right, everyone. Let's get it going. Jeff, beast mode.
Yeah, that is Marshawn Lynch, Seattle Seahawks Pro Bowl running back, and he's never really done any kind of big interview.
Yeah.
You know, he's a different kind of guy, there's no question about it, but he's also special for more reasons than just playing football.
Those are the same kids you had on yesterday.
Damn right.
It's mid-July, and Marshawn Lynch is where you can always find him in the offseason, his hometown.
I'll be damned if somebody from Oakland say that Marshawn don't come back and be in his community, because that'll be a lie for sure.
Oakland, California. Proud. Tough. Troubled. Resilient. Those traits have carried the 27-year-old Lynch to Seattle, where the Seahawks running back authored one of the most spectacular runs in NFL playoff history.
Growing up, being from where I'm from, a lot of people don't see the light. I didn't see the light in that play. I guess you could say that run is symbolic of my life.
Marshawn Lynch grew up here, in a North Oakland neighborhood called Goldenville. His mother, Delisa, worked 2 jobs to put food on the table and clothes on her children's backs. Her primary job was keeping Marshawn and his 3 siblings off the streets.
Where we lived at, they weren't allowed to go outside of the gate. I'll just put it like that. We lived in apartments where they had a front gate and a back gate, and they were not allowed outside of either one. So that's how tough it was.
If you take a couple blocks down right here, you're gonna hit San Pablo. That's where you could catch your prostitutes at. But just all through this little 4 or 5 blocks right here, I mean, all type of drug dealing going on. You know, shootings, killings.
The neighborhood wasn't the only thing in Marshawn's life that was tough. He rarely saw his father, who was in and out of prison.
You don't want people to let him down. So it's hard to get inside that zone with him. If you can get in that little zone, in that little shell, you're good. He'll love you for the rest of your life. But if you let him down, he holds grudges.
Yeah, Coach Steve said that one thing that he saw in you early on was that if you trusted somebody, you'd do anything for him. But if you didn't trust him, yeah.
My bad, bro, but
why do you think you have your guard up against certain people?
I think it started earlier when moms would be like, oh, I'm finna take you over here to your dad's house. And when I get there, my dad like, oh, okay, I'll be right back. And then you don't see this guy for like 2 days or something. And then after a while, you build up numb feelings to that. So you start to expect like the worst out of people.
What do you think you miss not having a dad around?
I don't think I miss nothing. My mama would play both parts.
And Marshawn would play football. By his senior year at Oakland Tech High School, he was a local legend, having earned Super Prep All-America honors and the nickname he'd carry for life, Beast Mode. What does it mean when you go into beast mode?
I don't know. I don't know how to go into beast mode. You find out what's in you and it just come out.
I give it to number 2, Mr. Lynch.
It came out in the final game of his high school career.
Lynch touchdown.
The Oakland League Championship. Lynch scored 5 touchdowns.
Here comes Mr. Lynch. We got a game.
None bigger than this. Late in the 4th quarter, a run that put the game away. Pure beast mode.
Oh my goodness, Lynch. He's got touchdown.
Just watching him become a complete player in one night. Unstoppable. Best performance I ever seen in a game.
Oh my God, if my lineman wasn't so good, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
But he did know where he was going to play college football. Cal Berkeley, just 15 minutes from his home.
He gives it to Lynch. Lynch breaks to the outside. He's got room.
In his junior year, he earned first-team All-America honors
and declared for the 2007 NFL Draft.
With the 12th pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Marshawn Lynch.
I didn't know what to expect. I just knew I was going to New York. I thought I was going to be out there with, with Jay-Z. And then when I finally landed in Buffalo, oh, man, it was like slush on the ground, just finished snowing. I ain't know nothing about no snow.
He did know something about being tough and resilient, even far from home. In his first 2 years in Buffalo, Lynch rushed for consecutive 1,000-yard seasons and was selected to the Pro Bowl. But there would also be consecutive seasons of trouble. In 2008, Lynch struck a pedestrian with his car in downtown Buffalo and had his driver's license revoked. Then, in 2009, he was charged with possession of a concealed firearm. The league suspended him for 3 games.
I'm telling them, those silly, stupid mistakes shouldn't happen. I know you're human, you're young, but you gotta grow up, you know?
It was a letdown. You know, it was a letdown to my family. It was a letdown to myself. And it was a letdown to everybody on that team that was holding me accountable.
It also perpetuated a certain image.
I've heard people was calling him a thug because of his gold teeth and his dreads and the way he talks. I've heard all types of different things.
How did you deal with that perception?
Me being a thug?
Yeah.
What I would tell him is, the perception of me being a thug. I would like to see, them grow up in project housing authorities, being racially profiled growing up, sometimes not even having nothing to eat. Sometimes having to wear the same damn clothes to school for a whole week. And then all of a sudden, a big ass change in their life, like their dream come true to the point where starting their career at 20 years old when they still don't know shit. I would like to see some of the mistakes that they would make.
In October of 2010, in the midst of his 4th NFL season, Lynch was traded by the Bills to the Seattle Seahawks.
I had known him growing up, you know, coming through high school and all that. I knew who he was and the style that he ran with, and I wanted to see if we could include that into the building of this program.
3 months later, January 8th, 2011, the NFC wildcard game. The Seahawks hosting the defending champion New Orleans Saints. Marshawn Lynch's first playoff game. Late in the 4th quarter, Seattle clung to a 34-30 lead. What happened next created actual seismic activity in downtown Seattle and became the defining moment of Lynch's career.
Lynch left side, finds a little bit of a hole, keeps his legs moving, he's across the 40, midfield, 45, he's on the run, Lynch, 40, pushes the man, 35, look at him go, he's down to 20, 15, he could go, he is gonna go, touchdown Seahawks!
If you wasn't in this stadium to see it and to hear it, I feel you're being shortchanged by watching the video. It was that damn loud. That was beast mode.
Man, you dove in the end, too. What was that about?
That was the stamp of the statement. With all of that shit, you gotta finish it off somehow.
He has become one of the league's premier finishers, 35 touchdowns over 3+ seasons in Seattle. In 2012, the All-Pro signed a 4-year, $31 million extension. But he hasn't forgotten his hometown.
Bring that little weak shit back over here again, boy. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Pride.
Oh, yeah, sit his ass down.
Toughness.
Go.
Resilience.
1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about it.
Helping kids who were like him growing up. Even trouble. On July 14, 2012, Lynch was arrested in Oakland for driving under the influence. Hours before the start of his youth football camp, he was in a jail cell.
When I was out, went right to my camp, seen all those kids' face, and it was just like, damn, I'm finna have to explain to these kids that, you know, I was in jail because I made a dumb decision.
The case is still pending, and Lynch has not been suspended by the NFL.
Oh, well, you know what, man? I don't know what's in store for me. I don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. Only thing I could do is continue to strive to be the best me that I could be.
Lynch is going to take it straight up the middle. He's inside the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks!
Now in his 7th NFL season, Marshawn Lynch carries with him all he has learned from his hometown. He is Oakland, and so is the moment that defines him.
Growing up, being from where I'm from, a lot of people don't see the light. I didn't see the light in that play. Went forward, ran into some trouble, being on food stamps, living in the projects, running head first into linebackers. Started to play football. Things opened up for me a little bit. Breaking a couple more tackles, going to jail, getting in trouble. Coming out of that, touchdown. I guess you could say that run is symbolic of my life.